All right, thank you, everybody. Sorry, everybody, we had some technical difficulties tonight. Plus, we were also being distracted by saxophonist Paul Russo, who was in the house, talking about getting started in his own channel. So sorry about that, everybody out there. Well, welcome to the community manager meeting for November 11th.
11th? 11th?
November 1st.
Yes, I thought it was the first of the month.
November 1st.
There we go.
I'm all frustrated because somehow we had a crash in the system.
Right.
And I had been working and typing my notes into the system. And then we had a bunch of crashes, and it looked like I lost my notes. I was so frustrated.
Oh, man. So you're going to just do it off the cuff?
We're going to do it off the cuff.
Well, first, let me go ahead and share what happens here. This may not be like your traditional meeting. This is like our way of saying we discuss philosophical things, app integration, and sometimes there's a lot of redundancy in it because a lot of applications tend to upgrade. And then a lot of times we get Q&As about questions that we feel may be of value, and so you can always point to a video or a topic of discussion. So today that's what we're doing. So in a way it's off the cuff because we don't promote this show because it's not necessarily a show. Want to say, hey, out there to PMC, what's going on, man? I know you're still up. We was just talking on Facebook. So right offhand, we're just going to let Mario engage you, kind of explain what we're going to do, and then you give them the idea. What's the topic? What would be the meeting discussion we would have if this camera was
in general, on? And just so everybody knows, for those of you who are new, because we're just starting to get it formatted. In general, the format is going to be really sort of specific, in the sense that we're going to cover problems and issues people are having with attempting to run and manage their own internet television channels. Now, theoretically, you guys, you could submit questions about your sites, your channel. Now, that could be YouTube, that could be Ning, that could be any aspect of what we're doing. So, in other words, we're trying to make it a resource. So, the only thing I'm trying to do is be organized about it. So, in the future, if you submitted topics ahead of time by email or on Facebook to Victor and I, then we would try to give those priority. But then we'll try to also have a certain amount of time when we take questions and stuff from the chat room, like always, okay? But the idea is that because certain issues are really redundant, you guys. You would be so surprised that all of my friends and associates out there who are sort of doing what we're doing, you guys have the same 3 to 5 problems regularly. And then there's a few. But in other words, what I'm saying is that everybody has this in common. And trying to be a resource, we have difficulty trying to give the same discussion to 8 to 15 different people, and it's the same discussion. So my thing is, why not have it in public? In other words, if most of you are going to deal with having a Ning website, okay? Why? Because that's the place that has actually the best feature set for the money. It depends on how much you can afford to, and we can debate why. But remember, a lot of these are going to be my opinions, and I can tell you other ones. But one of the things I said about Ning is that learning to manage it, some sites also, the fact that you're using it, teaches you things, okay? So we felt that was a thing to learn and learn how to use. So if everybody has sort of the same issues, we wanted to respond to most of those at the meetings. Now.
Okay, got you. I'm feeling it.
One of the issues, true, Vic, is that, like PMC would say, is what is the purpose? See, that's what I'm saying. So in the future now, let's say PMC is looking at expanding his online presence. Okay, let's just take it as a typical. Okay, and so PMC will use you. He's got tracks that he's produced. He's got artists that he represents more or less in various ways. He also has multiple projects in various stages of development.
Right.
Now, but he wants to promote all of that and get used to interacting with the community. He recognizes the challenges of interacting with Facebook, but he has to somehow make some type of a cohesive online presence, okay? So we're saying all of you out there, especially our regular folks, have this same issue, and that's why I challenge you. So I'm going to go at you tonight with some of them things that I think are fairly mandatory in terms of this. And you can make the list. So the first thing you have to do in terms of getting your cohesive presence, and I'm gonna do the free things first. Is first that you have to have a YouTube profile. Okay? All of you do. All of you, where's my pins? You have to have a YouTube profile. And you can say why? Because the YouTube is the center point of the focus of where almost everybody watches video. And no matter what you're trying to sell, remember I said, even if it's your book, even if it's your show on quilting, even if you want to do a food show, whatever, you're going to be promoting it on YouTube. You're going to be making videos to promote it on YouTube. So you absolutely must have a YouTube profile. And you would want to dress it up. By that I mean, you may consider doing graphics, backgrounds, paying some attention to the color layout. But you got to have that YouTube profile. And you also have to have a Facebook profile. You also have to have a Twitter. And what's the good news? You're going to tie all of these together. Because when you set them up, you can set them up so that when you interact with them, they show up on the other. It's one of the ways you're going to interact. So you got to have a YouTube profile, a Facebook profile, a Twitter profile. Now that's you. You as the person who's going to be promoting your company, kinda. Why? It's more important for you to have it for you because for the most part, people don't like to interact online with companies. They will interact with you, the person who runs this company, or who represents it. In other words, if you're the person who represents your label, or you're the person who represents your publishing company, okay, if you're the person who does that, then you have to make these presences. And these are the things we think are the absolute must. Now you can struggle with how to represent it. Now, those of you who really need to be private or who are wondering it, maybe you can find a representative. In other words, what if you have an associate person who wants to do things with you and they're willing to be the online presence for your organization? Then let them do it. You know, like PMC, if you had an associate or a partner or an artist or a friend or a niece or a nephew, somebody who was really well, you could use them in that role.
Now, right now was just checking out PMC's response. He says he's working on making the beat video. My question to you, PMC, is why are you making the beat video? Because I believe eventually you will go down a journey where maybe what you're about to do is one thing, but can you avoid the applications or can you give us an idea? What's your philosophical approach on making the beat video? Is it to feature you, or feature your music, or is it to sell, or for them to buy? Why would you introduce that to us? And I think
that's a good question. Now let me tell you how I would approach that, you guys, because I fully embrace creativity. So remember, make whatever videos you like or whatever creative hurdle that you want. But can we have homework videos that you have to get done? See, in other words, what I'm saying, if you want to do any kind of music video, creative video, I'm all for that. But what I mean by a homework video, if you need a video explaining who you are to the best of your ability, and maybe not explaining it, and maybe you don't need to explain it, maybe you need to have somebody else explain who you are. Maybe you have to shoot a video that consists of 10 to 15 second snippets of people who you know are very, very energetic and video friendly talking about you, cut and put end to end with music. So what I'm saying, PMC, is I'm all for doing the creative videos, but we need some homework videos, and that's the parts I'll remind you guys. Because, for example, you need to imagine if your channel's like a TV show. You need to have videos that introduce what and who you are. Well, now, that's going to be difficult at first, but you have to try.
Well, the response already, he's already said to sell and feature myself as a beat maker. Link on my Beat Shop page. So still in all, you're being featured, which is the question is you're going to be featured.
Right.
That's it.
So that's the point. And now remember, those are important things. Remember, what are the homework assignment things we said? Okay, I'm just saying, because I got a little bit off the track with the kind of video. But you need accounts at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. You need to start posting videos regularly. Now, let me say what kind. Whether it be from your phone or your computer with the built-in cam, there's more than one type of video. For every production type videos, you need to have 3, 4, 5 of these everyday videos that you're posting from your phone, from your laptop, where you're talking about your projects, the ongoing things with your, posting them like a Twitter, almost like a video Twitter. Practice short, quick pace announcement things. Hey, this is going on. I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. This is what's happening. I'm doing that. Those are the good kind of things to practice doing more and better kinds of ones, interacting with your channel. Remember I said the homework kinds, the kinds from your folder. You're outside the club. Hey, you guys, I'm about to go in tonight to hear this band, so-and-so at the club tonight. I'll be posting tomorrow how they are. Tune into the channel. Boom. Now, you could also interact and cut into your live broadcast with those things. Remember the things I'm telling you, the homework things are things to start doing to learn how to live your channel. It's going to help you learn how to control your channel. That's why I told everybody to go on and get a live stream account. If they can, reevaluate their phone so that they can get something that's Android or that's like an iPhone or an Android type. There's a bunch of ways to interact with the channel. Go start looking at those things since this is free. Because I want you to learn to start interacting with your own channels that you make on live stream. Just even if you're playing with it. Notice the level of productivity I'm pushing you toward. You play in a very productive way. You play by making the channel account at live stream and practice uploading and recording videos into that. That is how you play. And that's going to get you used to running your own stuff for free. Now, remember, the whole part of this meeting, Vic and I, because we're just getting started, was to name some of the things that all of you need to do. These are universal things. So, again, I'm talking about learning how to creating a YouTube account, learning how to record videos right there into YouTube, using some of the built-in YouTube tools. Play with that. Also, Facebook. Making sure you tie your Facebook account to YouTube so that when you do things on YouTube, it'll post them over on Facebook. If you don't know how to do that, send us a question. Go look first. But send us a question. We'll show you that on the air. We said the same thing about Twitter. Okay? And now I'm adding to that livestream.com. You need to be doing this. We think you should also make accounts at ustream.tv and probably Justin.tv. Why? Those are the top video platforms. Okay? So I told you some of these things. Remember, we wanted to tell you some of the things that we felt were absolutely necessary because we remember my philosophy. This is why I'm asking you kind of to trust me a little bit. I'm trying to show you a way to go about learning where you don't have to take away all this time. We recognize everybody's got jobs and things to do. So this way, for every hour, the way you learn to do things, you can learn on the job. That's why I want you to make the live stream channel now. Okay? And then play with it. But notice the way I always have you working, getting some things done really fast, because I want you to get that. Certain things have a gratification that's fairly quick. Make the live stream channel now so you can struggle with how to name it, how to interact with it. What are the features? Make that now. Consider making a site at Ning now. Because if you pay for the year, it's an investment. It's $250 a year, I think, or $24 a month. But I put that at you because if you do, then I'll be able to tell you how to blow it up, to really give yourself a totally professional. You can take a look at some of the things we're doing. But the learning will stand you no matter what. I can guarantee you. As you learn to work these things, that learning will help you across the board with some of your other things.
Okay, the only reason why I didn't want to interrupt what you were doing because some of our PMC's responses were to also say affirmative about the videos and stuff. But I don't want to get off track because he says he's not getting sales on his Beat Shop page. So, but you actually alluded to it, and I think what you're saying is the directive here is that there's a value added and a revenue way if you do more content and you use broadcasting as a supplemental way of pushing or possibly affecting your sales that you can't avoid it, you have to do.
Well,
that.
that's what this represents, PMC. In other words, there's the long term too, and the platforms we have you get started on, and the life skills that we have you get started on, are going to truly last you long term. So they're going to help you, sort of weather the storm of some of these other things. But on this show. And this is where I have to say, maybe after a year of working with me, this is where I ask you again what your opinion is, but you'll have to ask Vic. I try very hard to make sure that I don't ask you to learn a lot of unnecessary things. I try to really scale it for you so that you can get the most bang for the buck. But I'm assuming that you're going to be doing stuff long term. And I can tell you, you might as well go on and build your internet television platform, because when everybody else starts talking about it, by the time that happens, you'll be 1 or 2 years into it, and you'll feel much more in control of the way you want to. The part that's so good about it is that you can differ in opinion and do your channel differently. Everybody's supposed to compare their outcomes, but you want to build community, and we also are trying to embrace each other. So that's what I'm going to try to do. That's the commitment I make. That if you guys make the efforts and then tell me, Vic and I will try to show it. Okay? And again, to share community, to share with you exactly. I don't really have any secrets about what we're doing. It never was about that. So I have no problem telling you guys exactly what we're using and why. And the whole point is you to decide of the value.
Let me tell you what I think some people may run into. It's so funny because, and before I even get that, I'm going to respond to PMC. He says, I got you, Mario. I'm not trying to get you to do PMC specific help. I am listening to all comments. Very good. Which is, and you're digesting it.
We appreciate it.
Right. The other part that I'm going to say here is going to come down to this. Wherever this is leading and wherever it's going, you have to eventually get people to understand that you are severely serious. And when I say that, I mean this for a reason. With all that we have here, there are still consideration that a lot of people are hobbyists. And hobbyists are people where they say, look, I know you're doing this, but you're not exciting me about buying you or buying your product. You have to treat it as if you have no job. You have to treat it as if it's something that clearly is your entrepreneurial pursuit. Don't take it for granted that you're good at something, but it may not translate a value beyond, what you're doing. Because a lot of times we run into this, and Mario knows, we talk about it all the time. There's a place where people will say, okay, how serious are you? Because they believe you will do the necessary steps above and beyond. So we're not doubting that. That's why I said, I feel we got you. Definitely.
That's why we want you to tell you what we feel are the parts of the journey that are kind of universal.
Right. For example, he's got something you can address him right now. He says his live stream is freezing up. So it's hitting right the topic you want to talk about.
No, it's freezing up on me.
It's freezing. Oh, it's freezing up. Well, see,
I just fixed it. See, that was me.
Okay.
That was me, PMC.
Okay. So
on our end, because I learned how to fix stuff on the air. It's a trip, but it happens all the time. But that's the good part. See, this is the part I want to help you guys with. I don't want you to spend hours trying to figure out what's going on. I want to be able to tell you that's where it messes up.
Right.
Because the idea is to help you move along smoothly.
Right.
See, that's why, in other words, I'm saying if we're all going to try to run certain things, and they are, everybody needs to have a YouTube profile because everybody needs to make playlists on YouTube. You make a general playlist of your videos and then maybe one for each artist or different things. But why? You still got to practice making playlists.
Right.
And then what if you start shooting video intros that tell about a song? If you have a song for an artist that you're promoting the video of that song, what about a video that has the artist or the producers explaining the track? These are the kind of simple ones I'm telling everybody to start thinking about doing. And the other thing is usually the artist and the producer all want to hype themselves anyway. And people need to get the information. So it really helps everybody. You hear about the song, the artist gets to hype himself, the producer gets to hype themselves, you get to hype the product, and it's an ongoing way. So we're just trying to get these kinds of ideas in everybody's mind because everybody starts thinking. Everybody asks me the same thing. What videos am I making for my channel? And I said, this is the videos. And how about a weekly update about what's going on with your company? Well, what if that's not interesting? Pretend you're Oprah. You could tell them you've been struggling. It's okay to do a weekly journal where you go like, I couldn't get anything done because the Northeast storm knocked out all my electricity.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
basement flooded. And the kids got a fever. And, so that's the thing. That's the thing. But I really think in terms of promoting yourself, if you notice what I'm doing is giving you an open fluid platform and then challenging you to add the bells and whistles. Put your favorite track up there, whatever the best form you would have. But then put a video talking about the track. And then post videos from your phone or from your laptop saying that you just posted this video and why people should go watch it.
Well, the hardest thing too, your PMC, the part that Mario's alluding to, is that you don't have to look at it as what tracks that you're going to produce. And you hit the nail on the head, my man. You said, I have to do this for the tracks I've already produced. Absolutely. Because people who haven't heard your tracks, to them, it's like new tracks. It's what you have to do is take away from you that you have this archive of tracks that you've listened to over and over again. But imagine there's 100,000 people who haven't seen them yet. And we just know that everything is going to become visual. Your stamp of who you are will have a visual presence. And the reason why I say this, I have somebody right now who just requested that I give them some recognition for their product. But I need a backstory because they want to stay transparent. They don't want to use video. So amazingly, their competition is already doing that. So how do you become successful if you're not using broadcast capabilities, if you're not putting yourself in what they call a lifestyle of showing video? So I think it's a choice, but I also am laughing at you because you have a lot of work to do because I'm pretty sure you have hundreds of tracks. So you will be busy for a long time. That's a good thing, my brother.
And let me tell you how I relate to that. My writing partner and I, Irvin Foster, wrote and produced 9 CDs. All of a sudden one day when the internet was slowly blossoming and we're adding songs to the internet, it suddenly became necessary to describe every song. You know whose work that was? That was mine. Mm-hmm. I had to write a description of every song. Now, so I understand if those of you who suddenly drop your head and go, I understand. So start with the most popular. But know that, and it can't be any average duddy description, that you need to write what we call the metadata, the description of every one of your songs and every one of your videos, and make it sound enticing. So I just wanted to throw that in. I had to do that work. I understand. And also work with your tags. I will come back and bug you because this will help you with your numbers. You want to build community. So you got to be doing tags. And we're going to talk about that. If you don't understand tags, hit me up with stuff and questions about that. But we're going to tell you, remember what the goal is? Why I'm covering these topics? Because they're topics I think every one of the community managers, once again, needs. Every one of them. Now, let me remind you, guys, of another thing. Came up tonight with Paul Russo. What is the fastest, quickest way to turn tracks into videos? Everybody listen to me. You got to love this. What is the fastest, quickest way to turn tracks into videos? And that's Animoto.com. Animoto, ANIMOTO.com. Why? Because you can upload the music, upload pictures, and then just tell it to make everything. And then you can tell it right from there. It could have it. It'll transfer the product that you just created right over to YouTube, into your YouTube account. And if you have it set up correctly, your YouTube account will automatically tweet that and then add that to your Facebook. If you do that right, do you understand? Let me say this again. If you have your YouTube account set up correctly and connected to your Facebook account, then when you do your videos at Animoto, you can have them transferred right from Animoto to your YouTube account. Then they will be automatically tweeted and sent to your position on your Facebook wall. And you should be doing that. And Animoto, I want to show you, ANIMOTO, moto.com, because all you got to do, now you do have to take, now what if you have enough pictures? Then upload the same 15 pictures 15 times. I don't care. That's what I did when I didn't have enough. You can go online and steal some pictures like you steal all other. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yes, cool.
I'm just saying you can get some pictures online from reputable resources like iStock Photo. You can also take your own pictures and just upload a bunch of times. But this is the fastest way. For $35 a year, you get to do the full-length ones. This is the tool I use for doing a lot of what you see. When you see us transition, you'll see those photos doing all the stuff. I use Animoto to make those. Now, it's important because you need to take every song in your catalog and make it into a YouTube video for people to listen and audition, or some version of it. If you want a snippet, I'm not going to get that debate with y'all with the snippets. I put full-length versions because I want you to get in, and buy the song that way. But everybody has their own thing. But I'm telling you, this is the way to make it. So once again, remember, these are things I think all of you need to do. Or else you're going to make videos that have your song in one picture. You can do that. I'm telling you, for $35 a year, it can look awesome.
Yeah.
This is what I use. I use this. I've created hundreds of them.
Well, and to use an example, PMC and others who may be listening, when we transition out of, for example, or into Hot Picks is the Animoto presentation. Videos going in with the music underneath, of course, and that took very little time. But the presentation is your brand. So it will always brand you, rebrand you. And I got off the phone right before this little presentation talking to a friend of mine who's a photographer who had a whole bunch of photos that was sent to me one by one at our Pack Stereo online, or packstereo.com. And I said, really to get the recognition for your photos, they need to have something else to add to them, then to click them one at a time at a location.
Right.
And we was talking about Animoto.
This is what they have music you can use up there, but I suggest you guys imagine if you did a voiceover piece that's talking. Oh, by the way, this is what I used to do the Mac McAllister commercials. Mac was kind enough to do the voiceover commercials for us.
Right.
And then I pulled in Mac's own pictures
Right.
into this and did it. Now, here's the one, Getting to Know You, that I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Phone's ringing. Remember this one? I use it on the show. So that's one of their own animated backgrounds. All I did was I got some pictures. Those are, you can snatch scenes from videos. That's another way to get pictures. Snatch a single frame. A lot of the applications allow you to do that. So this is an example of making an intro with Animoto. How about your section? Or if PMC's going to do regular commentary, how about a 15-second intro to PMC's videos?
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah, he did the affirmative on you. He got it.
Okay, now let me show you another one that I thought was one we did. Oh, that's another one, Meet Turquoise. New Sports. This is an example of an Animoto.
Yep.
For example, you guys might recognize this one. This is one. Does it look familiar?
Oh, yeah. Very much so. That's the first one. Not the most latest, but
Yeah.
the first one you did.
You can use little snippets of video and add it, and it'll mix those in too. It's a robot. What I like about it is that you can't customize it.
Right.
All you can really do is upload video, little pieces of video, to pictures, add the audio or pick their audio, and say go. You can't have it do a remix.
And you have other features that go along with it, which means you can pay to remove the branding.
Oh,
right?
that's right. That's right. Man, look at this. You can share on Facebook. It'll post right from here. You can post right to YouTube. You can do an automatic remix. That's why I used it once or twice, and I paid for it for the year. And you're going to love it. I wanted to show you some of the stuff like where I did the Max commercial. Oh, we used it when I did that Robin Thicke piece with Vic. Stephanie went out there to the shoot. We had to do a lead-in for that. So look how I did the lead-in for that. And that's what the video opens up with. Because after I make these, I pull them into Vegas and cut them up and use that in Vegas as a lead-in.
Right. Just think of it as a software application or an editing application that is just bundled to do things for you and not treated meticulously the way you would. It's just there. It does a lot of the work for you when you put it all together. The music, the photos, and the app.
All that mixing, fading stuff, I didn't control none of that. I just
Right.
said go. They don't even let you. All you're allowed to do is say is go.
Yeah.
So why am I telling you, why do I keep throwing this back at you? Because it's an instant, fast, easy tool, $35 for the year, but they have a free part of it too. And you're going to use it a lot. If you go back and look, you guys, how many videos did they say I had done with this? I'm just curious. 'Cause I've done like a couple hundred or something. But I wanted to show you what I did with Mac, because Mac did a whole thing with his commercials. And I used it to do the Mac McAllister commercials. So I'm going to show you those.
Now, PMC, I know you was gonna like it, man. I mean, I know it's one of those things that when you're a solo entrepreneur, you need to have bundled application integration, because if your production, your creativity, and here's the part that we're actually trying to get everybody to do, is to focus on promotion. I mean, you can't have promotion and marketing a second seat. So to get these applications will make it easier for you to take full advantage of it.
That's why I'm telling you what I use to give us this professional presence, because as a beat maker, see, here's what I'm throwing the spark in PMC's mind. He already is thinking, yes, I can make specific short musical mixes to be behind certain pictures, to be lead-ins and lead-outs, to promote whatever. Now I can put those between the videos on my channel, and now I'm giving a full presentation. Here's a Mac McAllister one. Now, Mac sent me the audio, and then I went to his own site and grabbed pictures and used his own pictures as the pictures in doing these promos. Take a look, everybody.
This is Mac McAllister, host of Online with Mac, Retro, Jazz, and Blues, syndicated at PAX
You start making some
Stereo
pictures
TV,
just by making text over color
Neo-Urban
and saving that as a
Internet
JPEG.
TV to the max.
Look at the little video
Let me
segments
talk
I
to you
put
on
in.
down low for a quick second. If you are a media professional, maybe you have an indie
Those are
label,
Mac's
or
pictures.
maybe you just want to promote yourself, your photos, or your videos. You're in the right place at the right time, and I'll tell you the reason why. The secret word for the day.
Now remember, I didn't do any of those effects,
Once you
PMC.
understand
That's why I want you to play with it.
tapping
I
into
did
this valuable
nothing.
resource,
I just picked the
then
pictures.
you can achieve your
That's why I want you all to see, because it's no work. Because
Twitter
you go come
is
back
the
and say,
movement
Mario, I owe you on that one.
that
I'm gonna say,
makes
yeah, you do,
wheels
because
of marketing
it's the best thing for so little
So
work.
check in with the Cyber Dream Team, Mario, Danielle, or Victor.
Okay, so that's why I want you
Until
to show
Mac
you
McAllister.
why am I doing all this? I want you to be able to make videos for your channels, and I know you get stuck. That's why I want you to demonstrate once again how I'm going to be there to help you when you're stuck. I'm gonna give you productive homework, not bad homework. Homework when you do it and you plug it in your channels, you're gonna be so happy, you're gonna be grinning. You'll be grinning, big old smile.
It'll be cheaper than going on a date, man. It's like when you realize the investment on this, you'll wonder why a lot of times people sit there and say, wow, this is what you guys are doing. A lot of things are already bundled for us. It's just going out and being able to stay with what they call the integration of application and what they're going to do for you moving forward. Pretty soon, it'll be very transparent what a lot of featured apps will do. Imagine what's going to happen a couple of years from now.
I'm gonna play you a couple of other really short announcement type animals that I did.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I have to insert. I don't know if we just got diminished credibility. PMC said, I thought you were doing that all yourself. Well, Mario,
No.
you just been shouted out.
No, that's what my point, because that's what I'm saying. Go make something tonight. Look at this one. Spiritual meditation on Pax Stereo Radio Net.
That's cool, man. I don't know.
I
why
just
put
want you
that.
to see the ones I had, because real quickly, some of the ones, those are little announcement things. So that was spiritual meditation. How about, I want to show you another one of those, the announcement ones.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Welcome, Acapella D General. Thanks for coming by the show today. We really enjoyed that support, my brother. And tune in while we show you how we spend our time getting in front of the camera as usual. It's addictive, you know what I'm saying. Did you find what you're looking for, man?
No, but I was enjoying. Oh, here they are. Here's one. Here's another quick one that we call pack for our radio net.
Okay.
That's what we call it. Take a look.
All right.
Pack Stereo Radio Net. See, remember, I needed all kinds of little things in between the stuff. See what I'm saying?
Right.
You might do that too, just to announce your name. You know, get creative with announcing your name.
But PMC,
And make what?
PMC said, I didn't mean, man, y'all didn't have no talent. That's all right, man. That's okay. That's all right, man. You ain't chatting with us no more. No, but honestly, no, we wouldn't take credit. Remember, if you joined us a long time ago, we actually started off this whole journey saying that we're going to be what we call the aggregators. Aggregators are the people who take full advantage of applications, whether they're third party or otherwise, and maximize using them, bundle them so that your job is easier, so that if it's one or two of you, you have all these things that can maximize what you're doing. And still in the end, you still have to do traditional business, marketing, branding, and selling. So this is how we cut to the chase. We would never say we developed Animoto.
No,
although I got a video that Mario said he did.
It's that's right. Here's the trick. What you come to realize is that I really do share my stuff with y'all.
Yep.
I do. I'm not my competition. Remember, to me, we competing to get out there in that world. So I feel like we build a community. Y'all are not. I don't feel like y'all. My competition is with you all.
No.
When y'all mess with me, acapella doing shit. I pay attention to this video, y'all. This is one where somebody did a beat for me.
Right.
And I took the beat this is LP, Lyrical Politician.
Yes.
He did a beat track for me. And then I told him he put his own commercial at the end.
Yes, he did.
And I made it into an Animoto. Take a listen.
Yeah.
And look.
How long ago, man?
It's been a while.
Anybody that's somebody special, somebody important. The super laminate is important. Put your hand in the air like you don't care. Then wave it all around like you're about to go there. It's a packed stereo party where everybody that's somebody come to get naughty like yes, Lord. And my man Doc Mario keep shit cracking weather. Sharing the game or either building the name. He got the thing locked down. Pack's world renowned. Look around the type of people that you trying to be around and rub bowls with. Have fun and do business. See a friend that you ain't seen and shoot the shit. Me, I'm L Politics. L stand for lyrical. 100% well-rounded individual. Bustin' to this tight-ass beat with no rehearsal.
See what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm saying, you guys, you make your own, right? Okay, so remember what this whole show is about. I'm reminding you again. These were the things that we think every channel producer absolutely needs to do. But we never like to tell you things like that so you can feel overwhelmed. We always are going to give you the solution. So what we told you was the things that you need to do. So now, in this way, you know ways to make commercials. You know ways to do lead-ins. You know you need lead-ins and lead-outs for your show segments. You know that some of your favorite clips that you show all the time, you need to have a piece that explains the significance of that. And all of that goes into your channel. That goes to Acapella, who's got hot stuff, PMC, who's producing this stuff. As you see, remember, we're all challenged in the same areas. I wanted to give you some tools. Animoto is one of the tools to quickly do voice, take audio, add pictures. And remember, this will export directly to YouTube. And if you set it up like I told you, when it exports to YouTube, it'll get tweeted. It'll also get put on your Facebook.
There you go. Got it, man. You got it. Bottom line is, and here's the thing that also don't, be very strategic when you start using this, because a lot of times people, the first thing you want to race and do is say, okay, I got to put up my Animoto, which is going to be a vehicle through a video app or whatever, and you're going to look at it and say, well, it may or may not be getting a lot of views. Think about branding, and not always every clip when you're broadcasting can be framed around something, not necessarily wait for it to have a lot of views. It's supposed to be a longer message that you actually have what they call this lifestyle built around your empire. They have to think that when they see you, they know that they're coming to see the product. When you see Mario, you know you're thinking Pack Stereo. You're not thinking anything else, and that was the whole totality. We went through this with friends and associates. They had to think we're Pack Stereo, so whatever we did, that was our brand. Man, what you write down?
I'm writing a note to remind everybody that the other place they need to absolutely make an account at is tubemogul.com.
Okay.
Because even when they use Animoto to send their video over to YouTube and have it go to Facebook, they're going to use TubeMogul to send the same videos out to up to 20 different websites. And they say, what websites? Well, whatever the websites that the program sends them to, if you
Right.
can send it to for free.
Right.
And we talked about that. So make the account at TubeMogul. That's again TubeMogul.com. And we're going to get onto that in the next visit. I'm just going to tell you the site, what the site looks like. Tube.
What you actually refer to this site is what we call it like the train station. You know, you're trying, it's a syndication application, right?
It allows you to upload your videos up to 150 videos a month for free.
Yeah.
With one swoop to like 20 or 30 sites.
Right.
And you say, well, I don't know those sites. Would you go look at the sites and you make a profile? You can make a profile at 20 sites in under an hour.
Right.
The same profile with the same stuff. And then start sending your videos there.
Right.
That's how you make a network.
Right.
And this is one of the things we're going to be showing you how to do. Remember, I'm going to show you all my pearls. And the idea is you do with the ones you think are pertinent. If I was you, I would do everything. Because that's why I'm doing it. Unless you're overwhelmed and fatigued, why don't you try all of them and then compare? See, I try to do all of them and see what works. But I go on and do all of them. And I can tell you a way that being efficient, it won't kill you. What if you could actually do all of them like me, try everything I try, just like I try, do the exact same things I do for me? What if you really could do that and it wouldn't kill you? That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to try to show you on this show. Okay?
Got it.
All right, now, I want to tell you we'll be dealing with Create Your Label later on with some of these issues about that, so that'll be coming up. For those of you who don't know, make sure you try to catch Create Your Label. For those of you who want, remember, this is a show. It's a community manager meeting. It's for everybody who's running the channels. We invite you to submit to us on Facebook or through email questions you have about the specific applications. Now, different kinds of questions, if I think they're not pertinent for this show, I may use them on Morning Coffee. We still will use it, okay? But I remember, I'm going to try to deal on this show with things I think are universal for all of you trying to run your own channel. And that means dealing with your YouTube profile, dealing with Facebook, Twitter, being able to use something like Animoto to make quick commercials and other things for your site. I want you to be able to do all of those things so that you can quickly populate your channel and then start saying, hey, man, mine really looks laid out.
Right. Right.
Okay, because then you're going to really be happy. You're going to be happy and feel like you are in control.
Hey, Acapella, you know, I know you actually asked me a question, are you up? I'm a little bit confused, so give me an idea. You actually have a question or you have some information? Let me know, because I'm not sure, because when you say, am I...
He has a website.
I know what he's asking. I got him. See, all right, you know what? You know, wait a minute. See, this is so you call. We're gonna start calling you One Track. You know what?
Nasty
you know what he's asked.
motherfucker.
How about call it your new nickname? One Track. Mind.
I understand. We were that age.
MIND.
I had one track one time. Now I have no track.
Wait. He said.
It's an empty track sitting up there. Dead.
Wait a minute. Can you imagine you're on BET? Of course, we're not BET. Then all of a sudden, I can see Acapella just standing up in the car. I have a question. He said, "Did you get my proposal yet?"
If I have a question, what's his website so we can go take a look at it? Because now's that time, you guys. It's the time that we call, let's go to the website.
Oh, I like that. I like his nickname. Now, you know, this is the way you exit out of a show. Okay, I like that one too. How about Can't Get Right? See, but here's the one thing I compliment. If you guys want to know somebody who has the doctrine of using applications, Acapella has maximized many of his gifts and talents and how he uses. So I'm giving you love on this dude. You actually go out there. He's not satisfied with generic templates.
Can we have the website, please?
Yeah, I know. You want to sit back
I
and
kind of want to know what the website is.
You would have him
He
type
had a
it.
website.
Type that for the people. Just type that your website into the chat room.
All right, you guys. Kristen Commodore, here's her site right there. She's up there. She's interacting. Got videos. Everybody take a look. KristenCommodore.com. She paid to get rid of a lot of the Ning branding stuff, as we can all see. Remember, we're going to take a look at people's progress. So now you're missing a lot of the Ning stuff, and it's clean, nice. And of course, if you start a broadcast, these are the videos in the broadcast.
That's right.
But remember, she's another one. I told her she also could what? Make her tracks into videos using Animoto.
Yep.
You know, and get them up there online because that's a good way. She has a bunch of tracks, and that's a way to add her tracks to her broadcast. Same thing with acapella for music he has no video. Make an Animoto and then upload it into YouTube. All right. Now, how about let's take a look at Michael C. Rogers.
Who will be stepping over here shortly. So he's like perfect timing, man. Like perfect timing.
Here's his site. He's got videos coming in now. Stuff happening. Autoplay on his stream is jamming. Now, y'all could all go. He hasn't really started showing it to people yet. It's still in development. He's starting to play with the tools. Michael's dealing with the issue of adding videos to his player.
Right.
Remember, I put that's on the list of that all of you should be able to add videos to this broadcast. If you don't know how to do it yet, it's something that we should have told you, should be teaching you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so go on and get your account and learn how to add. All this is a Ning site where we've embedded his broadcast here as an embed. Okay? All right? And so these are the commercials that when you have a free account for any of these things, you get commercials. But some people, it makes them think that you're associated with Del Taco. So you say, tell them, yeah, you know Del Taco. They're paying me to put that on my site.
That's wrong.
I get free tacos, too.
That's wrong.
Some free tacos. What, a free carnita?
That's cool, man. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You can tell them that. Get some clout out your friends.
Well, you know, one good thing about third-party applications, you just can't break them. They just don't. If you don't do something right, it just won't work.
And all
break 'em.
and all the upgrades are built in. In other words, they tie everything into Facebook and Twitter, so
Right.
you can share and like and all that. Look at that. Of course, I designed the clickable ticker feed for all our associates. Clickable ticker feed. Paul Russo has that too. Now, Paul Russo has a site. His channel is not at Ning. His site is only at Livestream.
Yep.
And it's Paul Russo dot it's www.livestream stream.com /Paul Russo TV, because there was another Paul Russo. Certainly not as talented as our Paul Russo. Well, so Paul Russo, his presence right now, really, because he doesn't have his website, consists of his online presences, which really work well for him, though.
Right.
Because here's his presence at Livestream, and you can watch his channel, which consists of these 5 videos that I pulled in and placed into his broadcast. Again, I set him up with this. Used the picture. This is all available stuff that was out there, and we made it. So why are we showing this? So you can see how your brethren, sisterin, are coming along right beside you. So he shows you Kristen. What, the acapella sent us a link?
No.
He's changing colors.
Yeah, he's changing colors with his typing. He won't. He absolutely will not type in his website in the chat. So you get penalty points. So you get penalty points. See, we're trying to feature you. And all you have to do is type it in, because why does it benefit you? Because people can actually look at the type while we're talking about it. It works 2 ways.
The idea of it's not ready. It's not ready. That's the whole point. And it ain't supposed to be ready. Man, y'all hard sometimes.
I know.
Difficult.
No, he's too
You're
sharp.
the West Indians.
Look what he did.
There you go, child.
There you
There
go.
you go.
He hit you with it. There you go. He put you at blogtv.com. There you go. See, I know it was hard, man. You was going man, I don't know, man. Let me make sure I got the right videos there. I don't want to see
don't worry about
my girl Coco and Chanel may be there lapdogging me. I know. I got you, man. So let's see what we get. But hey, you know what? His stuff is nice, y'all. No joke. No joke, man. No joke. You know. Of course he's gonna put up that acapella music. So you gotta be ahead of the game. See, if I were you guys, And I was at a place.
Oh, he said Blog Talk. He wants us to go to YouTube.
Right. Well, he said, well, he got both,
Well, this way we can't find him.
I know, that's why we're going to YouTube. See, if I were you guys,
Didn't pay her.
when I get ready
What
to
happens if
talk,
you don't pay?
when I get on a chat, the first introduction, and the name is cool, but don't let me put my link, my source, my rock in first, and then I start talking, so you guys know what to see after I'm talking. You guys kind of wait to be convinced. You got to think a little bit faster, man.
Well, he has a good channel here.
Oh yeah, it's tight, man. It's tight. See, they go Riri.
You know, one thing good about Acapello, he does really good lead-ins and stuff for his videos. So he just has to cut some of those off.
Right.
Or just package the lead that he's already done. Acapello, based on what you've already seen, what I've already seen in your videos, you got a bunch of lead-ins already, just output just the lead part.
Yep.
And not the video. Or,
Yeah.
you could do some minor edits.
Right.
But you got a bunch of that stuff, Acapello.
Oh, he's dropping the seed. He's
Man, I
dropping
asked
CD.
for all that. I just asked for some
I know,
video
I told
link.
you, the
Where's your,
ultimate.
said all that shit, where's the website?
See, if I were you,
Everybody
man,
see how it is in the
that's
chat
cold.
room. I just kidding. Acapello trying to show us his CD Baby page.
He's selling, man.
Well,
But that's what he's supposed to
He
do.
should be selling. Where's his channel? He got a YouTube page. Where's his? Does he have a live stream account?
How do you? He had one though.
He-
He did. That's
he-
one thing about. He
he
did
had
have
a live-
He worked
How
with
come he
live
doesn't have a
stream.
live stream account and add his videos to it?
Well, some people have to go.
Acapello.
Some people go around the river to get to the other side.
Okay, Acapello. He should at least. We told him. Remember, we said these are things we think everybody should do, and it's free.
Right.
The live stream account is free. We think you should go make it and let it be free.
Yeah. But it's all good.
Look
I mean,
at Paul Russo's channel. Acapello has at least, even for what he did here, he's got at least an hour plus of videos to put in any channel.
Oh yeah.
So everybody take a look at his official channel here at YouTube. But again, we tell them you should, now that they're at YouTube, you go make your account at live stream tonight.
That's right.
And then you could just pull the videos over from YouTube to live stream.
Right.
You could do some while you're sitting there looking at the young lady's chest
You know what?
and get it happening.
You know what? You just killed the credibility of your program. You just took it to a sexual front, bro.
It is. I'm sorry because I know Acapello's distracted in his production
Well,
because he's doing the Lovers Rock.
he wanted to remind you that iTunes is always there for your personal
Now you're gonna
enjoyment.
try to throw out 500 links. Now you're gonna try to put out.
Reverb Nation. See, he's doing it all.
All right, you guys. This has been the community manager meeting. Okay, now on the way, one last thing. On the way out, I'm supposed to give you the hot tech piece of the week.
Yeah.
I got it for you guys. You got to do it. It's the Amazon Cloud. Y'all
There we
heard of
go.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of the Amazon? Victor and I have been dealing with it. Vic,
Oh,
tell
yeah.
them what you know about the Amazon Cloud.
One thing, it rains a lot. A lot of hardware and microchips when I'm walking down the street hit me in the head. It's from the cloud. Hey, look, you guys. Bottom line is, it's like an off. Just say this. You don't know where your storage of your files are. They're not in your hard drive, but they're in the cloud. That means it's out there for wherever you go to pull down on demand, and your mobile phone is going to be its best friend. I absolutely guarantee you. So when you think of the cloud, think of transparent, on-demand distribution, inventory, broadcasting, the whole thing. It's going to make it easy for you. Just think of it this way. Just knock down the brick and mortar as you go from one application to another. It's going to become easier for you. The cloud is just their fancy name of saying offline. Kind of reminds me what you said to me today about Zoho. Zoho was ahead of the game.
That's right, Zoho. So go take a look, you guys, here. Search Amazon Cloud. Take a look. You get 5 gigabytes of free storage. In fact, we just got our new iPhones in, and as part of the whole tying into them, tied them right into the Amazon Cloud, where it backs up your iPhones right to the cloud. Now, here's the thing that I'm doing. For $20 a year, you get unlimited music storage. Let me say that again. Mac McAllister may like that. For $20 a year, unlimited MP3 storage so you can play your music from wherever you are. I got like 50 gigabytes of music track being uploaded right now as we speak into the cloud.
Yep.
And that's for $20 a year.
Right.
So this is the hot tech item. Store your music, have access from wherever you go. Learn how to negotiate these things.
That's right.
Everybody, I'm Marl Hemsley. Thank you for tuning in to the community manager meeting. We're going to say good night right now and get you back to the regularly scheduled broadcast.
Peace, you guys. It's gone.